Today we look for the third time at that story about Jesus being scourged and beaten. And I think, what on earth could be worse than this story? What could be worse in it? Is it that Jesus was scourged? Was it the mocking crown of angry thorns that cut into his head? Was it that laughable purple robe that was placed on him? Was it that he was hailed as a king even as he was beaten? Was it captured in that last line that said he was struck repeatedly? What can we say to this story? I'm reminded of the command of God to the prophet Isaiah, cry out. And Isaiah responds, cry what? What shall I cry? For life is fleeting, there are seasons and cycles. People come and go, the grass withers and the flowers fade. What shall I cry in the midst of pain and grief, in the midst of loss so deep that it cuts in every direction? People come to me and say, what shall I cry? Shall I cry? Why? As if there is a reason, or as if knowing a reason might relieve the grief. Shall I cry anger? As if anger ever begets anything other than more anger. What shall I cry? Sometimes we just cry. And then we get to a place where we have to cry out even more. And in that place, all that I can cry out is the promise of God. The promise is that in the midst of pain, yet God loves us. In the face of the darkest fears, yet God comforts us. In the midst of loss, nevertheless, hope. A voice says, cry out. And I said, what shall I cry? Cry out for hope, for peace, for love, always for love. Amen.